Italian Transport Ministry has announced new travel regulations allowing medium and large dogs to fly alongside their owners in the cabins. Now, the dogs have got to be in a secure carrier that can be placed on the seat, and they've got to be fastened using seat belts. But it's really exciting, isn't it, Denise? Can you imagine?
Right, I'm just going to clear up a little misconception here, right? I had loads of trolling on social media the day for a change, and it was saying that I didn't like dogs and cats. I adore dogs. I adore dogs. What I said was, I've had dogs. Yeah. All I said was, I like some dogs like I like some children. Yeah. I don't like
some
them all.
people.
Like some people.
You're not supposed to like
and then
all
I
dogs.
don't like dogs that jump up, that you don't know, and drool and dribble. And my husband, yes, has been banned from a couple of cafes for saying, please take your dog out.
What are you going to say? Your husband drools on you.
Oh, well. I don't mind that so much. So I love dogs. Do I want to fly with dogs on a plane?
Can we show you something? Nadia spotted this.
This video. Go on. I just love this. I was so shocked. This was on TikTok. Look at the size of that dog.
No, not really.
No, and this woman was just checking whether it's right. Now, this is a service dog.
Yeah.
But you could...
well, that's different.
No, but you could...
But you could still be sitting next to it.
But you could still be... Because
you
how
wouldn't
it's
be able
working...
to get a container for a Great Dane.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
as
a Great
long
Dane,
as,
isn't it?
I wouldn't mind, because the dog, if it was a service dog, would be incredibly well-trained and incredibly well-behaved.
Can I just ask a question? What's wrong with what they used to do, which is... Because now loads of airlines won't even do this. Why can't you just put them in a crate and put them in the hold and they come out the other end? They're absolutely fine. In fact, you used to be able to give them a little tranquilizer. And then why do they have to sit... I mean, my son's allergic to dog hair. I love dogs. I've had them all my life.
You shouldn't give your dog any medication. I mean, I think you have to be really careful.
OK, I'm not advertising giving them medication.
I know, just in case,
in the 80s, and everyone was taking medication.
Everyone was on drugs.
Everyone was, including the dog.
Yeah, they had a brilliant time in the hole.
I know.
But why do they have to take up a seat? I mean, I live part of the time in West London, and the whole street down the road from me is dog salons. They serve you a juice as a human being, but they do grooming, they do designer collars, they do...
It's ridiculous.
I mean, what's going on? A dog's
What's
a dog.
wrong with
I love
that?
a dog.
No, I agree.
A dog's
that
a dog. I tell you
dog.
what, if she got trolled, you're going to
If
get
you
moored.
Disney up your... They call it, if you Disney up your dog, you'll have a badly behaved dog. I think that they have to know their place, and the happier dogs are the ones that know their boundaries and that they are a pack
They don't want to be in the
animal.
hairdressers all the time.
No.
They want to be in the mud.
Being trimmed like a hedge. What's it called? Topiary. I mean, honestly.
But I do think, like, so that dog is a service dog.
And support dogs,
you'd have to be put up with it, otherwise you'd be a really bad person.
Yeah.
But actually, I just... If I had a dog that wasn't my dog sat next to me, I would feel anxious. I mean, imagine taking your own dog. Because my dogs can be so badly behaved.
Also, where does it poo? Imagine if it poos.
And also, from a safety point of view, I mean, you always get that safety briefing. Is the dog paying attention? You know, brace. I mean, what
the other thing I think would be really good for... You know, I'm sorry to all the gentlemen in here, because I don't mean you, but you know that mansplaining thing that goes on? Where there's the arm and then this elbow that creeps over and over, and you spend the whole mansplaining, spreading. If a dog is sat between you in one of those big things, then no one's going to be able to get their elbow over, are they?
So have we decided we prefer a dog than a man next to us?
Well, it depends.
I mean, I'm up for the debate.
It depends. Just avoid the breakfast flight when they've all had their sausage and eggs, because that is not... And just a little note for you, Mariella. According to the Veterinary Association, dogs and cats should not be sedated for purposes of
human
air
beings.
travel. Listen, talking of air travel, have you seen the latest thing, which is potentially to have a standing section? They've been talking about this for ages, haven't they? Having a standing section on some aeroplanes. Now, this would be making it cheaper,
on the really
obviously.
price economy airlines,
more people in it. It's a sort of wee resty bit, isn't it? It's not fully standing.
Is that...
Would you go for...
Was that
like a
sort of
urinal?
I think I'd quite like that, because I don't like sitting for hours and hours on a plane. I think I'd quite like to... Because you're not properly standing, you're resting up.
But you're still going to be trapped with a seatbelt. You won't be able to, like, look at anything or do anything. You're going to be stood like that.
You can't sit there, be on the floor.
Wouldn't you go for it?
No, if it was cheap and it was only for an hour, like a flight up to Scotland or something, then I would do it. But, I mean, long haul, What, standing all the way
I don't
to
think they would
New
have
York?
that.
I don't think...
God, when you think how much flying has changed, though, it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, do you remember... I mean, when
Imagine
we
if
used
the
to go on a
dog's
flight
in there
back
beside
then-
you.
We used to dress up.
What? My dad used to wear a suit and a tie. Oh, look at the dog.
But I got told by that writer, William Boyd, you know, the English writer, he used to fly back from Ghana when he was a kid to boarding school. His parents used to send him.
Posh. Yeah.
And the parents would fly back. It was very posh to fly in those days, and it was 8 stops all the way to London. But when he flew with his parents, they would be all dressed up in cocktail wear. Then they would change into black tie to go upstairs and dance.
Oh, amazing.
They'd be smoking, drinking cocktails. The kids would be sleeping on these bunks above the seats. That was BOAC, the old British, overseas. I mean, you know,
My mum said that when
standing seats seems a decline.
Yeah. My mum says when she first started to fly, I don't know when that was, when we first started, she said it was like proper, you'd have a... And me and my sisters were always like, what's your outfit for the plane? But she was proper, like, dressed up, you know, shoes, tights. And then when you got on, there was one of those mirrors, you know the mirrors that tip like that, where you could check yourself in the mirror before you went.
Do you know the other thing they used to do, just bringing it back, like going on like a package holiday to Spain, they used to take a photograph of you at the top of the steps before you got onto the plane. So you'd have it as a keepsake, as a memory. Because travelling by plane was such a big deal at that time. And my mum would not go on a plane unless she got a smoking seat.
Oh, God, I used to love
smoke on the
smoking with the little ashtrays. And the thing is, you had the smoking section, but then directly in front was no smoking and no one ever said anything.
But also...
No one ever said.
Smokers were terrible, because I was a smoker, and I used to book a non-smoking seat, because I didn't want to be having the smoke over me all the time, and then I'd go down to the back of the plane and smoke.
Mariella,
Emirates were the last to get rid of smoking, and I remember having a fag with the crew in the galley, honestly, with 2-year-old Louis.
Can you imagine what those planes smelt like when they opened the door?
I mean, disgusting.
I only just found out, you know, last year that it's illegal to be drunk on a plane. I didn't even know that. I've broken the law 5,000 times. Because every time I'm up
always on with a
vodka
drunk
slammers,
person.
smoking. Terrible.
I'm really hoping it's a break soon, because you three have confessed to behaviour that we really shouldn't be talking about on the telly.
When we were young, not in our 60s, because we're very mature now, obviously, and we behave extremely well. And I would never dream of sedating my dog or smoking on a plane.
Thank you very much. No, we don't do that. Why did you have to go back to that, Mariella? You're only going to get me in trouble.